Welcome. You've got mail.
Took a long time to sign in. I'm still using AOL, y'all. I haven't caught up to the 2020s yet. Today I'm going to talk about gold and how you can dive into that market. It is something that we've been talking about for the past few weeks now, and I want all of you who are interested, if you want a little piece of the pie, here's a good opportunity to jump in. Okay, now this is not for the faint at heart. It's not for little boys and girls. It's for people who are willing and ready to jump in and stay in the game. All right, we don't need no midnight rumblers. No. Hello, everybody. Sirwalterj, the Sirwalterj Jones Show. I'm here. It is the evening edition, baby. How y'all is? Come on in. The water's fine. It's fine. Today we want to talk about gold and how to invest in it, how to purchase it, how to buy it, where to go, what do I do here, which way do I turn? Okay. Celestial gold. There's gold in them darn hills, and I want to see if I can take y'all through some steps for those of you who are interested in it. Now today is Economy 101. Yesterday we talked about what happens to your money. Fundamentally, what happens to your money when you deposit it in the bank. Today is part 2 of that show. Okay, it's not really part 2. It's a new beginning. All right, Andre, good to see you. Veronica, Frank. You know, I call y'all's names out and what have you, and I put y'all on a jumbotron because there's some people out there that don't like when I do that. They say I take too long to get to my point. Ain't that right, Shimya? Somebody said you take too long to get to the point. My show is informative and about information. One guy 2 days ago when I did my Monday show, he was talking about you playing the piano and singing. Every time you do that, it's distracting. I knew he was new to the show. I said, well, there's some other information out there about relationships. You can go over there. You don't have to stay over here. You stayed over here that long to hear me play the piano and sing? I'm impressed. My people, the people who come over here, wants to hear Sirwalterj Jones. They want to hear the character, the entertainer. When I get through entertaining you, you're going to leave here knowing more. Gold. So let's talk about what we talked about yesterday. Currency, depending on what the difference between currency and money. We said that currency is different than money. You understand? Good to see you, Jane Foster. Currency is a medium of exchange. Remember we talked about that? It's a medium of exchange. It's a unit of account because it has numbers on it. All right? It has numbers on it, and it is portable. You can take it wherever you want to. It's durable. It's also divisible because you can make change with this dollar, and it is fungible, which means it is interchangeable, which means a dollar in your pocket will buy the same thing in my pocket. That's what currency is, and most nations are operating on what's called fiat. All nations, all superpowers and smaller powers are operating on fiat money. That means it's a dollar, or it is probably, or it's coins. And it is printed by the government. That's what fiat does. Money is printed by the government. You don't go and dig in the ground and find it. Yeah, there you go. It's called appealing to your base. And there's other shows out there that's less entertaining if you want to. You know who I'm picking on, right? Okay, so that's currency. Money is everything I just said, but it's also what's called a store of value, So these gold pieces here have a store of value over a period of time. Gold and silver is limited in supply, so this is why the governments hate it, because they can't print gold. All right, they don't like it, and so they try to put different types of restraints on it. Okay, so today what I want to do is talk about how do we get into the gold, where do we get it from, and many of you have been asking that questions for a while, and so we'll go into the basics. This is the beginning. I am not a financial advisor. Do not listen to a random guy on YouTube. Okay, I'm not that, but I'm telling you what I've done that worked. I'm telling you what some of my friends and my brothers have done that work, and then you can try it out for yourself. But you can't blame me for it because I'm telling y'all I ain't a financial advisor. All right, you understand? All right, good. I'm your brother. I'm your brother in the Lord. All right, so this show is brought to you by the help of Marco, my friend over there, Marco from Whiteboard Finance, and several other people who have been helping me along the years of understanding finances. Okay, so you can buy gold in 3 ways. 3, count them. 1, 2, 3. The first one is called physical bullion. Physical bullion. That's actual. You can actually have metal in your house if you want to. All right. You can have it shipped to your home. All right. And we'll talk about how to price it, purchase it, get it shipped, and what have you. Things like that. Yes, for educational purposes only. Come on, James Foster. Thank you for that. I forgot that part. For educational purposes only. All right. I got a little block right over here. This is a bullion. All right, they all don't come in this block here, but this is a perfect example of a bullion. All right, it's beautiful. Okay, and that's what this is. It just, I wish if you live in Mississippi, then your teeth will be full of this. Okay, that's a gold bullion. It either comes in this block or it comes in coins. Okay, some people have it in chains. Okay, but that's what that is. A gold. That's a bullion. And what? Matter of fact, let's go to the Wikipedia here, and so you can understand what that's a bar. That bar actually is called an ingot. Okay, you want to get ingot. Get ingot. Okay, and it is a quantity of refined metallic gold of any shape that is made of a bar produced meeting standard conditions of the manufacturer. That's all that is. All right. So when you hear people say bullion, there it is. Bullion. Say, don't tell your address, James. Oh, I ain't gonna tell my address. Nah, I can't do it. All right. I borrowed that from my banker, by the way, because that piece right there would. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna cost you in a minute. Good evening to you, Wyatt. Blessings to you. Help us, please. Some of these ninjas gonna always be broke. Donald Smith. Blessings to you, sir. So where am I? So I see your pits. The number one is a physical bullion. All right. Now, in order to price the bullion, you have to understand what is the spot price is. Okay, the spot price. So what you do is you either find out what the market did today, whether you go on Bloomberg or whether you went on Fox Business News or CNBC or Yahoo Finance, okay, or just go do a Google search and find out what is the price of gold at the time of this recording or whenever you decide to buy the gold. At the price right now, it's probably in the 2000s, okay, 2000 maybe $21, all right. So that is called that is considered the spot price. Matter of fact, let's see if I could pull up my screen here. That is considered the spot price. Where is my pen? Okay. Let me move some things around because I got stuff on the screen that you guys can't see, but I can, and it gets on my nerve. All right, so where am I? This is the spot price. Let's say is about $2,000. Okay, let me get rid of that. It's $2,000, and that's times whatever the ounce is. Okay, how much gold are you buying? So let's say you can buy up to 400 ounces of gold. All right, so this is the spot price. Okay, and times the ounce, and can y'all tell me what that is? Because this piece of bullion that I have here would be considered a 400 ounce bar. Yeah. The name is Shemaya. Oh, Shemaya. Okay, got it. All right, you guys. You said you're crashing. Okay. Am I back, Frank? Okay. Am I back? Because someone said I was crashing. Okay. I want to make sure. Okay. All right. So the price for this would be $800,000. Okay, for the price. All right. So a spot, if you want to buy the gold, you're going to pay the 2,000, but you're also going to pay 1 to about 10% over the spot price. Over the spot price. All right. So if you want to buy the gold bullion from a physical gold to be shipped to your house, expect to pay 2,000 times 10%, maybe, depending on. Right now, it's probably 10% that you're going to purchase. That would be the purchase price of the gold. You understand? And so, of course, that number will go up. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Okay? And that's how you determine how much gold is going to cost. You may see it costing $2,000, but you got to consider the fees. There's always some fees. All right? And the spot price, if you see the spot price, then you price it 1 to 10% above the spot price, and that would be your price. So $2,000 would be, $2,200 and up. So I suggest if you want to buy some gold now, you should have about $2,500 saved so that you could be ready to buy the gold. All right. I'm hoping that's making sense to some of you. All right. Also, you got to. This is all still a part of the physical bullion. This is number one, physical bullion. So A, you can buy actual metal. B, consider the spot price. Okay. C, buy quality gold. All right. And a good quality gold is about 99.9% or higher. Is preferred. Okay. Because the coins are easily divisible, as we talked about. All right. So 99.9% or higher. That's C. And as far as D is concerned, then the $1 million question is, where do you buy the gold? All right. Where do you buy it? Okay. Well, let's go on the Google spheres, and I can show you some places that people usually prefer to go because there are a lot of places to go. But you can usually narrow them down by popularity. All right. Let's see. I had a place up here that I had prepared for you, and let me find it. 1 second. Okay. The 10 best websites to buy gold and coins. All right. Let me show you my screen here. Okay. Now, this website is talking about, this is Blogger Local, but you can go to any website, but this is the 10 best. Now, even though they're going to give you the 10 best, I'm going to show you possibly the 3 that I feel is the 3 best places to buy it. All right. So they're giving you here, they're giving you the breakdown on the gold and where it's coming from. They're pretty much telling you everything that I told you. All right. Internationally recognized value. They talked about the survivability. All right. A fire, a crisis, or a flood, or what have you. It lasts for thousands of years. And of course, it's transportability. But here it's telling you the companies where to buy the gold. They're saying that buy gold and silver coins. That's BGASC.com. They're saying that this is number 1. And yes, I agree. Number 2 is JM Bullion. Number 3 is Money Metals Exchange. Number 4 is Bullion Vault. Number 5 is SD bullion. Number 6 is gold, silver. Number 7 is Monex precious metals. Number 8 is Golden Eagle coins. Number 9 is Shift Gold, and number 10 is metals.com. From my experience, I do business, and I've learned much from number 6. Number 6, gold, silver. All right, goldsilver.com, founded by renowned precious metal advisor Mike Maloney. Mike Maloney has been in the game a long time, and he has taught me quite a bit about finances. All right, his best-selling book remains one of the best publications on precious metals investment, and I consider him a gold prophet. All right, so if you ever consider investing or purchasing from a company, I myself personally would consider gold, silver. My second choice, though, would be number 2, and that is JM Bullion. Some of my friends have purchased through jmbullion.com. Okay, this Texan dealer is known for its no-nonsense approach to selling bullion, located in Dallas. All right, they hold a lot of stock and they ship on time, and that's all I've been hearing about them. They ship on time and they're quite reasonable. Great customer service, by the way. Security is always a concern with this kind of transaction, especially over the internet, and this company knows it, and they will see it to that everything goes smooth. All right, so that's JM Bullion, and then you can kick around the tires with these guys, BGS. I haven't done business with them, but I hear that they're number 1 with the Better Business Bureau. All right, y'all understand? Got it? Okay, so that is A, B, C, and D, Pitts, as far as physical bullion. If you got any questions, let me know on that one. All right, number 2 is gold ETFs or funds. All right, gold ETFs or funds. Okay, and I'll show you some of the places to go for that as well. But let me pull up my board again. Okay, so gold ETFs. Where am I? So that's what these are. Let's see. Where's my marker? Where you at? All right, yeah, ETFs. Okay, you'll see these. You see this a lot. This is pretty much it stands for exchange traded. My horrible handwriting. Exchange traded funds. It's difficult to write with this pen, so my handwriting is much better than that, by the way, y'all. I promise you it is. Exchange traded funds. And I like to use when I'm buying stock, I like to buy ETFs, all right, because they buy from a pool. It's just a good way of diversifying your portfolio, okay? And buying gold ETFs, okay? Buying gold ETFs, number 1, letter A, Pitts, it's paper, okay? It's paper gold. That's pretty much what it is. Paper gold. All right, now, there are some funds here, and when I get through, I'll tell you what's the best and safest way, whether you want to do physical or do you want to do ETFs. But I did find a list of exchange traded funds for you on here. Let me see if I saved it. I'm hoping I did. That's let's see. Yeah, here they are. Here. Okay. Here is the best gold ETFs for Q3 is where we are, the third quarter of 2020, and here they are. This is the stock ticker is BAR, AAAU, Gold M, All right, these three are the best for this particular quarter. All right, now that those, it changes. Sometimes it may change from quarter to quarter, but right now they're saying that this is the best gold ETFs for this quarter. Gold is a most popular asset among investors wishing to hedge against risk such as inflation, market turbulence, political unrest, things that we talked about yesterday. All right, and they talked about the exchange traded ETFs. And then they do a breakdown. There are currently 9 ETFs focused on trading or tracking the price of gold, excluding leverage or inverse funds. So over the past 12 months, the returns from these ETFs have ranged from 25% and 31%. Y'all understand? Among these ETFs, the best performance for the past year is the granite shares. Best performance for the past year. And they broke them down. So if you don't want physical gold in your home, then you may want to look into ETFs so that you won't have stuff coming to your house and being stored in your house, and you live in an apartment and you are afraid that someone may break in or something may happen. Then you might want to consider ETFs. Granite shares, Perth Mint physical gold. They say physical gold, but it's ETFs because they a lot of them they stock the gold for you. All right, and this one here is quite popular. This is Spider, pretty much Spider Gold mini shares. Right now, they're hot. They're a hot commodity right now. Okay. All right. So if you think that storing gold at your house is dangerous, then I would consider doing ETFs. Y'all understand? Any questions? All right. So A. It's paper gold. All right. B, Pitts, there's 3 types of ETFs. 3 types. ETFs that actually invest in the physical bullion. All right. So the 3 types. 1, they literally have gold on hand. It's yours, but they're the ones storing it. You understand? And a lot of people do prefer that type of ETF that they're storing it. The second one is something a little more advanced, and that's gold futures. Bears, what do I think about Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the way to go, brother. And I think people need to stop ignoring Bitcoin. People need to stop ignoring it. It took off, and then it landed, and then it was shh, and then it went shh. And I believe Bitcoin will be the way to go. Outside of precious metals, Bitcoin would be the way to go. So I would not ignore it. I would really consider people thinking about it a little bit more. The second was gold futures contracts. They are not holding it. All right. The first one, Pitts, they actually hold the gold bullion for you. Number 2, the second type of ETF are the ones who they are not holding it. They are just betting on the future price of the gold. All right. That's why it's called gold futures. All right. Now the third one is called gold mining ETFs. All right. And these mining, if you buy into an ETF or invest in an ETF that are gold mining, these are gold mining companies. These ETFs are gold mining companies. All right. So there's just various ways. Bear says, I'm all the way in. Well, you're a smart man. You're a smart man. All right. So as it pertains to letter B, there's 3 types of ETFs. 1, they hold the gold for you. 2, they bid on the gold's future price. And number 3, you are investing in gold mining. Those folk who are digging in the ground for you. You understand? All right, this last one is Pitts. Well, no, let's keep it these 2 here, because this last one I go into I talked about Spider, the one I told you about the top 3 ETFs. The last one was Spider, SPDR. The ticket number symbol was GLD. Okay, they will hold the gold for you, but understand them holding the gold for you do come with prices because it's minus the liabilities and expenses. All right, and they call it collectible status. Collectible status. And so when you invest in a ETF that holds the gold, there is a fee. It's called collectible status. All right, and then when you're ready to sell, whenever you sell stock, that's called capital gain. For those of you who studied this in grammar school, it's just called capital gain, and there's a tax on capital gain. And unfortunately, there is a higher tax on the capital gain of your ETF gold stock, and that could be up to 28%. It's high. It's pretty high. My dad told me about 12 years ago to start looking into coins. He said then the dollar will not matter, but the coins. Your daddy was correct. My daddy told me that 30 years ago, and he's correct. Yeah, them baby boomers understood. They understood. All right, so fiat, if you missed yesterday's show, go there, and I talked about what fiat, how good is it? Really, it's no good right now. It's just staying afloat because somebody said it's good, and you cannot. The United States, their word is not really their bond. All right, so we are banking on someone's horrible bond. Prince, before his death, heard he had invested in gold, but he couldn't take it with him. No, he sure couldn't, Queen. None of us will be able to take this with us. All right. The last one is gold miners stock. Gold miners stock. So 1, physical bullion. Number 2, gold ETFs. And number 3, Pitts, is gold miners stock. Now, gold miners stock. That means they literally mine the gold. You understand? It's like Bitcoins. They mine for Bitcoin. So, and gold miners, they mine for gold. All right. And there are several mining companies out there, actually. I think I got a list of them here. I believe I do. Yes, they're right here. You just go to Gold Miners ETF channel. All right. And then you could see the gold mining stock here. 11 ETFs traded in the U.S. market. Gold miners ETF gather total assets of 28 billion buckaroos. All right. The largest is Van Eck Vectors Gold Miners ETF GDX. All right. And they give you a list of the stock. All right. They tell you who the issuer is, and they tell you what the income is. Okay. What their assets are. And they give you the expense ratio. They break it all down. So if you're in to that type of stock, gold mining stocks, that's a little more, probably more advanced for many of you. But if you are advanced, and by all means, here is that list. All right, you can find it anywhere, but I found it under ETF.com. All right, that's if you're interested. What about the gold dust they use for various things? Do people invest in that? Man, people invest in so much. But as far as gold dust is concerned, I know nothing about that. I wouldn't waste my time on that. That's penny pinching. That's definitely penny pinching. No, that's above my pay grade. That just seems like it's just insignificant to me. So here are the pros and the cons to investing in gold. The pros. Number 1, obviously, it is a hedge against the inflation. All right, stock market crash, the economy dips. We go into some kind of when the money is deflated. Okay, we go into some kind of recession or inflation. All right, and all kind of things are happening. This is why you see gold dipping the way it's been dipping. All right. And if I since the 1920s, if I wish to draw a graph of what gold has been doing for the past 100 and something years, I would probably do something like this. Okay, let me get. I would probably do something like here. Okay, this is the graph from 1920s, and this is what it did. Okay, and then it did this. It dipped in the middle of that century. Then it went back up. Okay, it hit a rock, went back down. Okay, the recession, and then it went back up, and then it stayed like this, and then it dipped just a little bit in March. Okay, back up 2000. Now this is what it's doing. It's doing this. It's doing this. It's doing this. Y'all be careful, because right now, where is it? It's at 2000 right now. Okay, but what's gonna happen, y'all? If it keeps doing what it's doing here, and there's fear in the market, well, this is what's gonna happen. It's gonna do this, and they are talking about gold being this. That's an ounce. I ran out of room. I can't write no further. Okay, that's $8,000, y'all. An ounce. That's crazy. Now, if the spot price is $8,000, and I'm trying to buy a gold nugget like that block right there, so that's $8,000 times 400 ounces. That's crazy. So what is that saying? That's pretty much saying is, if y'all ain't jumping in here now, we don't know what's going to happen with that gold. We just don't. It's going to get to the point where you won't be able to afford it. All right. Now, I'm not saying that it's not going to dip again because of what the economy is doing, but why keep taking that chance? Because remember when I told y'all to jump in last year, it was just at what, 1,300, I think it was. Okay. When I told y'all to jump in, and then now it's like 2,000, and it's constantly going up because there is a nervousness going on. All right, so the pro is that there is a value, and that value is the hedge against the inflation. Number two, it allows for your portfolio to be diversified. All right, your portfolio to be diversified. What is diversification? We talk about diversification all the time. That means you got different streams where your money is. You're not just buying one big stock in Amazon and then that's all you have. What happens if the CEO of Amazon mess up, all right, and run the company in the ground? Then you have nothing else to build on. All right, you just buy a blue chip stock. That's why ETFs are people love ETFs, because they're able to diversify throughout the different sectors. All right, so you got equities and you got dividend payers. All right, those companies that pay every quarter or once a year. You got speculative stocks. You got cryptocurrencies. You got ETFs. All right, so you're diversifying your portfolio all over the place so that you can survive whenever something happens. All right, now when the whole market crash, yeah, you going down with the whole market, but it don't stay down there very long. Markets crash and they recover. So when they crash, don't get excited, meaning in a negative way, and start crying, what have you. I done lost everything, y'all. You're not losing pretty much anything until you start buying or you're selling something. All right, you keep it there. You can. The purpose of diversifying is treating it like you do your credit report. All right, your credit report numbers climb depending on how you diversified your creditors. For instance, if you're just putting money in just credit cards, then you're not. You notice that your credit report score stays this way. It just stays here. It's just on a graph. And what makes it grow faster is when you diversify your creditor, meaning you don't just have credit cards on your credit report. You need to have something else that's different than a credit card. All right. So if you got a bank card, that's one thing. If you got a store card, that's another type of credit. If you have a car loan, that's another type of credit. If you have a personal business loan, personal or business loan, or a signature loan from a bank, that's another type of credit. What happens if you have a mortgage? All right, that's another type of credit. So the diversities of different types of credit actually help your credit standing with the three reporters. You understand? So diversifying your portfolio is the same way. Having your money in different sectors is safer because then if there is no crash, you at least can survive when 1, 2, or 3 fall by the wayside. All right. So the last pro to that is that it's just easy. It's easy to buy gold. If you got the money, pick up the phone and call the companies that I just mentioned, and they'll walk you through the step, and you can have gold at your house like you buy an Amazon product and they come to your house at 24, 48 hours. Gold is just that simple if you want to stock it in your home. You understand? So number 1, it's a hedge against inflation. Number 2, portfolio diversification. Number 3, it's easy. Yes, y'all got that. And those are the pros. The cons is, number 1 to the con is it doesn't earn anything. Gold doesn't earn anything. No dividends, no compound interest, no passive income. You know what this is? This is a pet rock. That's all it is. And it just sits on the table looking pretty. It's a conversation piece, but it is a pet rock. It doesn't earn anything. Now that's not negative. I would love to have something sitting there that's worth $800,000 just sitting in my house. That'd be great. But it's not making money for me. It's not working for me. You understand? That's why it's more of an insurance policy than it is an investment. Y'all get it. You'll understand. So that's the con. And then that con is not a big problem. But if you're into investing and for trying to save up for retirement or something like that, then that is a consideration. It's a con. Yeah. Right, Veronica. It's a pretty bookend. It's pretty good. All right. Number 2, the second con is storage. You don't want this hanging around your house, especially when you got party or guest over, what have you, or if you're doing a show like this and people know where you live. You don't want this hanging around the house. All right. So I borrowed this from the banker and I'm giving it back to him. Okay. All right. You just don't want this hanging around. Where do you store something like that when somebody's greedy? All right. So you kind of don't want to store it in the house. So that's the con, is where do you put it? Other than the safe deposit box at your bank. Okay. And number 3 con, the third con, is the premiums and taxes. All right. You are taxed as a collectible. All right. Pretty much. So, and then of course, remember the spot price. So you got to pay the 1% to 10% on top of the spot price of the gold in order for you to have it in your house. So it's the premiums and the taxes and all that stuff. So that's the con as well. Y'all get that? Y'all understand? All right. So that's pretty much it. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to purchase gold, to attain it. You can either have it in your home. Now, would I prefer having it in my possession, in my body? Yes. That is Sirwalterj's opinion. I would prefer having the gold in my hand instead of having it in an ETF somewhere where somebody else is watching it, because I can't trust someone else to watch my stuff. That's me. Others have, for many years, have never had problems. Me, I'm a little leery of that. I want my belongings. If I paid for it, I don't want it stored up somewhere. I want to have it in my possession, whether it's in my home or it's at the bank in the safe deposit box or in the vault. That's fine. Or if you've got a watertight and a fireproof safe in the house, that's fine as well. All right, but I can understand if you're living in an apartment or somewhere where you close quarters and you might live in the hood and stuff like that. I can get it. I get that, but I prefer having it in my hand. That's me. Gold is not an investment; it's an insurance policy. There it is. There it is, Pitts. All right, all right. Somebody gave me the question of the day. Let me pull it up here. The question of the day was talking about the 401k. I'm assuming she says, is it possible best to withdraw the money and just close the account, the 401k? Because if you, she's talking about, she says she's on a pension plan. She's not on a pension plan. She's on an investment plan from her job. I had all my money rolled over to a company who handles this investment plan. She says, she says, I think you call it a brokerage account, and this is true. And of course, it's invested in the stock market through mutual funds. Yes. She says, when the stock market crashes, will it possibly affect my monies in this account? She says, I love my advisor, great person, but every time I mention to this person about the stock market crashing, then they kind of say that everything is okay. Everything is fine. All right. That's a good question. It's a common question. And it's something to consider if you're getting ready to retire, or you have just retired, or you got another 5 years to retire on your job, and you are putting in the 401k. 90% of investors will tell you don't touch that money, even if it's in the stock market and you see that there's a dip, there's a bear market. Okay, there's a crash or anything that's close to it, they will tell you. From Dave Ramsey to Susie Orman to you name it, they all say the same thing: don't touch your 401k. Don't touch it. All right. It's important to note that the money is not yet lost. I said this earlier. When there's a dip in the stock market, that's where your money is. It's not yet lost until investments are sold. You understand? Even if an account balance is lower today than it was yesterday because of the volatility, all right, in the market, the account holder haven't lost that money because it haven't been sold yet. Unless, of course, they were, to sell their own investment, because they're all in a pot. It's a mutual fund. So selling yours is like selling everybody else's. All right. So you may look at it and it dipped, and you say, "Man, I lost everything." Not necessarily. Do you understand? Good evening to you, Brandon. Blessings to you. Have you heard of a new scoring system, surveillance score on iPhones? No, I haven't heard of that one yet. Got to check that out. I've invested in Bitcoins. Experts are predicting that they will be worth $250,000 each. Yeah, Brandon, and I believe the experts. And every year on your Schedule D 1040, you have to file that gold. Yep, on your taxes and pay. That's what I said. Yeah, you have a collectible tax. All right, you have a capital gain tax. Yeah, that thing, it's a mess. So don't touch it. All right, especially if you're younger than 59 and a half years old. All right, don't touch it. Hey, y'all must be having problems over there at YouTube, because Facebook is not having problems. And so if I'm dropping over there, that must be a YouTube issue. And yeah, that must be a YouTube issue. I'm not sure what's going on over there. Can y'all get your business together? Because I don't think Facebook is dropping on my end. At least I don't see. So I'm not sure why YouTube is dropping. Because I'm not really talking about anything that would be breaking their rules for dropping. All right. Let me refresh. Let me refresh it to make sure. Because if you were able to come back on, God is watching. That means we ain't going all together. Okay, I see me still here. Yeah, I'm still there. Okay, just want to make sure I don't want to lose y'all. I don't want to lose y'all. No, I don't. All right. Okay. So I was trying to talk about the 401k situation. All right. All right. So don't touch it, because the market always bounce back. All right. It always bounce back, and if you are getting ready to, here's one thing that they do say. If you know you're getting ready to retire, don't put your money into the stock market. All right? If you're getting ready to retire. If you need your money in 1 year or less, do not invest in the market. All right? Keeping that money in a short-term investment is best, like a U.S. Treasury bill or a certificate of deposit, a CD, if you're getting ready to retire. All right? Why? Because you're getting ready to retire, your money's in the market, and then it dips far. It doesn't necessarily recover in a week. I mean, it may take a while for that money to recover. All right? And now you retired. Now you're trying to live, you're trying to pull from that money that just dipped like that. That's too risk taking. All right? So if you're over 59 and a half years old, all right, then you don't have to worry about the big penalties that you may incur. For those retiring within the next 5 years, at least 3 years worth of expenses should be in cash. At least 3 years of expenses should be in cash. Short-term CDs or U.S. Treasuries. Okay? Y'all understand? Y'all understand? So if your annual expenses are $100,000, all right, every year your annual expense is $100,000, then your cash holding should be $300,000. You get it? You understand? All right. So I hope that answered your question. So if you got money in the 401k right now, don't touch it. Same with the Roth IRA. And if you have a Roth IRA, it's better than just your regular individual retirement account. Roth IRAs are a blessing to God. Thank God for Brother Roth for instituting and introducing that. All right, everything that's in the market applies to what I just said about the 401k. That the whole mutual thing, the annuities, and even life insurance. Not so much whole life, but variable life is in the stock market, okay, and all these things. So you need to talk to your advisors on that to see what's the best thing to do. If you really need the money, I mean, it must be the last resort to pull that money. You work so hard for that 401k to pull it and then to incur all those expenses. It's like taking a loan out and then you being charged double the loan in interest. Almost when you take that money out, you just don't want to do it. It's not a good idea. All right. Again, it must be used as a last resort. All right. I hope that helped you all as it pertains to the gold. And I suggest those of you if you can afford it, go out there and get it and secure your family. You will thank me later for that. All right. Let's continue these, will you please? Tomorrow we're going back into Theology Thursday. We're talking about the book of Hebrew. Next Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to talk about my post I put up today. I talked about, I believe that the Lord is telling the teachers to get ready, to gird up. All right, you teachers. If you are a teacher, I'm not talking about so much a school teacher, but I mean you teach anything, whether it's finance, business, mental health, physical health, Bible class, if you tutor children, the Lord is saying it's your time right now. Gird up, get ready. These schools are not opening. Chicago decided in the last minute to not have person to person. They're going straight online. That is the third largest board of education in the country. They're not letting the kids go back to school. It's an opportunity for you. So next Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm going to talk about some of the things that you can do you can start filming some classes from home by using Skillshare and Udemy and Teachable and several of them. You can use ClickFunnels and Kajabi, and the name goes on. and email marketing and all these things, all right, so that you can monetize that, okay? Because a lot of parents they're looking for their children to be safe, and they need them to learn, all right? So here's your time. I heard that this morning. All right? PJ, I was going to do a show on the 401k and the Roth IRA. I want to do that show. I would like to squeeze that in for Tuesday. Just touch on it just a little bit, because I am planning. I thought to do that today at length, but I decided, no, I need to do this gold show. I've been talking about this gold show for a while. All right, so let's talk about that next week, the 401k and the Roth IRA. You'd be surprised some of the things that you can do with it, but there's some pros and cons to both of them. All right, so let's talk about that. Our city will be online until after the first marking period. Yes, and that's still a maybe. That's still a maybe, because it depends on, if they can fix this hole in keeping the kids safe. So this is your time. I'm filming my classes as well, all right? I'm giving a lot of free classes now. All right? I'm not charging for my classes right now. That's why I put the CashApp there. I'm giving out a lot of free information. Why? Because I want to. Because I can. I want the people of God to be strengthened and taken care of. I need y'all to survive. I need y'all to be okay. I love y'all. I need y'all to be okay. I've been doing this for free for years. I'm not charging. I just need y'all to be okay. Because it's just important. Y'all, y'all friends. Hope, you my best friend. YouTube stopped, so I missed what you said about the stocks and retirement. Okay, you're going to have to hit the rewind button because I'm about to get offline now. So I don't know what happened to YouTube, why it went off. Unless you are a disabled person, then there's no early withdrawal penalties. Yes, there are amount stipulations, but no penalties. Now, Amber, who are you talking about? Are you answering PJ's question on the IRA? I'm hoping that's where you are. All right. Okay. All right. Gotta go, y'all. Yeah, I had to study that stuff. People ask me, how you know all that stuff? Because there's a thick book I had to study because I had to take a test. I was trying to get my insurance license. I passed the test on the second try, all right? But I had to learn annuities and IRAs and whole life and term life and variable life, and I had to learn all that stuff so that I can pass that test to be board certified. So some of that stuff is still in the back of my head, so I got to get back to it. Mm-hmm. Yes, 401k withdrawals or annuities. Yes. Yes. Remember the age that I said and the disability part. Yes, that's the part I did forget. But 59 and a half years old or younger, you're going to get hit with some stuff. You know what I mean? Blessed to you, Isaac Taylor. It's good to see you. Yeah, good to see you, young man. Isaac Taylor done showed up. I talked with that young man last night. Was that yesterday? I don't know what I even had for breakfast. I don't even know. I talked to so many people during the day. I just don't know. But thank God for that young man, anointed, and talking to him, I said, "Wow, I don't know if I was that smart at his age. I don't remember being that smart at his age." Okay, all right, y'all. Gotta go. I love y'all. Take care of each other. All right. Yourselves and all that other stuff. 59, yes, or younger, you will be penalized. Amen. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. All right, y'all. I see you. Hey, if you're on YouTube, take that annuities thumb and smash the like button. Smash it hard and make it turn purple or fuchsia, all right? Don't worry about the people next door with the thumbs down. They're filing for bankruptcy, okay? All right, if you're on Facebook, go ahead and hit the share button and share with everybody around the world, all right? Love y'all. Gotta go. I gotta grab my pen and get back to writing. Long story. Peace.
Right, Mr. Walters?